Hi there, Fabiola here. I just came here today to give you an update on Dora. I don't know if you remember, she had something a month ago, exactly a month ago. She was feeling pain and shaking, and her blood work showed a increased in the liver enzymes. And I got so desperate. So I called to so many vets and friends and here in Canada and to try to figure out what was happening. We ended up not knowing exactly what it was. We're going to repeat the exams at the end of this month, so next week. But meanwhile, I want to tell you that she's doing pretty fine, actually pretty good. And I want to tell you what I did because two things that I knew. Her heart murmur is now level 4, in between 3 and 4, okay, which means she is going to be a cardiac dog considered, right? So I'm sorry. She's going to be considered a cardiac dog because of this number that increased. And I really need to look into it, right? To help her to take care of it, and I'll do the best I can in terms of diet and herbs to help her. And the other thing that I knew, it was the liver enzymes, as I talked about it. So what I did, of course, if you were in another country, you might not have the same supplements, and I'm not getting paid to show them here. I just want to help you if you are in Canada, because these are good things to know, reliable. Okay, even in the US, you can get them. So just a second, I'll show them soon. But my thought was, okay, heart and liver, they work together. Everything in our bodies work together in synergy. It's an orchestration of things happening in chemical reactions all the time. So the heart sits above the liver, which means they do work pretty close. So, and if you think about the pump of the heart, when it's kind of lub-dub, we call, right? The flow of the blood coming in and out of the heart. So this muscle organ, it's all the time like poking the liver, which is helpful for the liver, but if it's not working properly, few things will happen here. And I am thinking about it when I'm considering Dora's treatment, okay? Because if I help the heart, that's my thought, I'll help the liver, because this relationship will be harmonious and will help her to improvement of the symptoms. That's my hope, just by thinking about the anatomy and physiology of the organism. And this is one thing, okay? But it's crazy. When you have something in your liver, the studies and the actual nomenclature that you find in terms of diet is to cut all the fat. But on the other hand, we need good fat to help the heart. So I have to cut the fat to easy the work of the liver, but at the same time, I cannot leave Dora without good fats because she needs it for the good maintenance of her heart. So that was my challenge with this new situation in our lives. So and then I start using some herbs, and of course I didn't cut the fat completely because I knew she needs omega-3 especially. But what I did is shift to foods completely. So she's not getting omega-3 from supplements nowadays. I might go back to it soon, but today she's getting every other day some type of some pieces and bites. It's not like a whole fish, but she has a little bit of fish. So, and then she has the natural omega-3, EPA, DHA, everything checked. In natural form, it's always the best. So, and to help her to really absorb the nutrients from the fish she's eating, I'm giving her prebiotic with enzymes, probiotic, prebiotic, and with enzymes. And this is the lab I love in Canada. It's a dirt beast. Again, they're not paying me to talk about them, but this is the most reliable I could find because it's soil-based organisms, which is more natural for dogs and cats. And it's like they're the best probiotic for them. So this is what I'm using every meal. A little bit, I sprinkle a little bit. It's a form, it's a powder. And also this company, they're for Leaf Rover. They also have a soil-based organism probiotic. It's the same quality. They're good. They're really good. They're pretty good. And they're sold in Canada and US. Actually, this one came from the US. So this is one thing to help her to absorb nutrients. Another thing is the fish every other day. You don't need to feed every day. If you read books and studies or things like that, you're gonna find it. You don't have to freak out to have it every day, so you can help the heart. One herb that I'm using for the heart, it's I'm trying to find a place to put my feet. One herb that I'm using for the heart, which is an amazing herb, it's hawthorn. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try to pronounce this again. Hawthorn. I think this is it. Hawthorn berries. Okay, so I bought them dehydrated, and I'm kind of, it's really difficult to grind them because they're really hard. The seed inside, it's hard. But Dora, if I put like 5 pieces of it in her food, she will have it. Sometimes, you know, those forgot the name of that thing where you you kind of you put pressure. Oh my gosh, it's not a grinder, it's a mortar. With a mortar you can kind of make more coarsely powder. The berries are awesome, but you can buy like powdered ones. I prefer to buy the dried ones, and I'm feeding her like half of teaspoon per day. This is an amazing tonic for the heart, and this is what I'm doing for heart. So fish and hawthorn berries. I also have the leaves and the flowers. I still don't know what to do with them. Maybe I will sprinkle on the food, or maybe I will make tea, because tea is a good addition on our dogs' diets. And for the liver, because I need to think holistically, right? They're working together. So I'm helping the liver, not giving her the omega in the form of pure oil, which is good. And she's having basically lean meat, rabbit, chicken, also from time to time, okay, once a week, I'm being very careful. I'm giving her pork. And the reason I chose pork, first, she's a schnauzer, number one, she's a schnauzer, okay? And her ancestors ate pork. And this is the number one. And you might say, okay, but there is the fat. But when you buy the pork meat, you can separate the fat. So I'm cleaning, right? I'm cleaning the meat, and I'm preparing her food at home. So, and another reason, number two, why I chose to feed her once a week, because I didn't want her to losing so much weight, to give her the pork is an omnivore. It's not a ruminant, so less ammonia in the meat. So which means less work for the liver. Okay, so I'm trying to lessen the ammonia in the meat she's eating. So she has basically chicken backs, chicken, you know, the parts that they can have. Oh, quail. Yeah, the bird, the quail, whole quail. It's okay. It's a lean meat. I think it's the leanest meat ever. It's an amazing meat. Rabbit, the whole rabbit, organs, everything. And once a week the pork, but then I'm kind of separating everything, and the portion of when I give her the pork meal, the meat, the bone portion, it's a tiny bit of a spoon, a kind of a tablespoon of grinded chicken back. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. And to support the liver, everybody in the herbal field knows that milk thistle is the acclaimed herb for the liver. So of course I'm using milk thistle, and I always use from time to time milk thistle, and milk thistle is in this supplement and also in this one. I started with this one in the form of tincture, because tinctures, they work better when you have an acute state. Although this tincture is a glycerin tincture, which is mild, the alcoholic tinctures, they are more, I would say, not effective, but more, not even medicinal. It depends on the extraction, but they are more, they are faster in the way they act in the body, because the absorption is different. But because this one is made on the in the glycerin, I decided to start with this one, and then we still have half a bottle of it. I used for a month. Yeah, a month, because it's been a month that she's with this, okay, with this condition, which we don't know what it is. We know the markers are high, as I said, and we know that she has the heart murmur, and I'm focusing on that, hoping that she won't have any more symptoms from that horrible thing that happened a while ago, a month ago. So we stopped this one yesterday, and I started this one. And why I started this one? Because I still have the milk thistle powdered. This one is powdered, and with the addition of the mushrooms. It's a combination of mushrooms that helps the immune system. So it says liver clean, but actually the mushrooms, they work synergetically in the body, and they do much more. And not only for the liver, it helps to improve the immune system, and also to mushrooms are so medicinal. Anyways, I don't know how to list everything, but I know it's good for the immune system, and I know it's good for the liver. I know it's good for the kidneys. Yeah, because it helps you with the balance of the electrolytes and the salts and the minerals. So they are nutritious. Yeah. So yesterday I start this one, and powder stays on the system for, okay, I'm not a herbalist, but the way I've learned at school, I took herbal medicine. My teacher was always saying, so the powdered form stays on the system for longer. And I think now it's time for her to have it longer on the system, and also the absorption is different because it's powdered. It's like food, right? It's going through the digestive system, and she has to have a good gut to absorb this. And again, I'm using it in combination with probiotic, prebiotic, and enzymes, because I'm helping her gut. And speaking of the gut, she is taking L-glutamine every single day. Yes. And also SAM-E, which is an amino acid, and it was prescribed by the vet, also to help the liver. So these two things, again, it's not a protocol, it's not I'm not diagnosing anything, I'm not a vet. I'm just telling you, I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing with Dora to give you a light, because unfortunately, for so many dogs eating garbage out there, and not only that, right? Because you see, Dora eats well, but we live in a crazy world. We live in a polluted place. We have the airplane flying on our heads. So every and even in EMF, so the electromagnetic field, that it's dangerous for us and for them too. So we have to consider everything, not only the diet, right? It's there's much more besides the diet. So in terms of that, what I see is our livers and their livers are working too hard. So it's a good idea to help the liver from time to time. I would say 4 times a year, every time the seasons change, to make like a week or two with some milk thistle and other good herbs and bitters. Yeah, bitter herbs are excellent for livers, or artichoke, asparagus, arugula, radish, and so on. Yeah, so many. But yes, they are excellent for the liver, and I would say, at least when the season is changing, do something for your liver and the liver of your dogs, because it's always helpful, and they work a lot, not only to process all the food they eat, but to process many other things, vaccines and flea and tick treatments, and you name it, so many things happening, right? So, and that's my thought today. Let's help the organs to work well, to work like an orchestra, my accent, to work like an orchestra, and to do the best we can, right? And then Mother Nature will gift you with more time with your beloved pet. And I'm in the hope that I have like at least 10 more years. Yeah. 10, okay, Dora, 10. Well, 10, maybe 20. Why not? I can be in the Guinness Book. I don't mind. Anyway, so this is my gift for you today. My right sharing what I did. Again, I'm not a vet. This is not a protocol. This is what I'm doing. I'm just sharing, and I hope to help you with that. And if you have any questions, I'm always here. It might take longer, but I'll come back here to help you to figure out too, okay? So in love and in health. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and thanks for watching.